Hey everybody, we're here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. So you're looking to buy your first rental, your 50th rental, whatever the case may be. And the question comes up, what do I need to do to get this bad boy rent ready and get top dollar? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. We're gonna go inside, we're gonna check this bad boy out. We're gonna give you a lot of great pointers to get your home rent ready and to get the top dollar for your rent. Let's rock and roll. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Josh Anton with HomeX Real Estate Solutions here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. So we're here inside the house. One of the first things that we notice, our clients notice, tenants notice when they come into a house is the kitchen. So that's where we're going to start today. So we're here inside our kitchen of one of our upcoming listings. So most important, right? Everybody, the kitchen is the heart of the home. So what you want to do to get your kitchen rent ready is you want to maximize the space. Sometimes the kitchen may not be that big, but you want to give it that open kind of feel, right? So light colors. We can do some things like fixtures, right? Like fixtures are small items that can be spiced up, that can give a good feel in the home. It's fresh, it's modern, it's updated. Now in this kitchen, we've done new flooring. We have painted the cabinets with some very basic hardware. We're not using premium stuff here, not a necessity, guys. But obviously we put some new countertops in here. We got decent counter space. We got good natural light flowing through here. This is a big eat-in kitchen. This is gonna be appealing to tenants. They can move right in, throw their stuff in the cabinets, be ready to go. Now, you'll notice this kitchen doesn't have any appliances. And I think this is one of the big questions we get from prospective landlords, buyers, etc. Do I supply the appliances? Do I not? I think there's pros and cons to each. I think it does boil down to individual taste a little bit. My personal take is I think I would supply them. I think when it comes in, it's fully furnished. They can see where everything is. You got nice stainless steel appliances. I think tenants are willing to pay for those. A lot of them don't own them. They don't want to go through the hassle of bringing them in and out. So my personal take is most cases it's good to bring them in. You do have to maintain those, so that's a con. When they break, you are going to have to fix them. On the flip side, if you let your tenants bring their own, they're ultimately responsible for them, which is good, and that can be of benefit to you. You don't have to worry about that cost that may be factored in when it comes to the rent amount, as well as they're going to be bringing them right in and out that door, right? So they can damage, hit the walls. Stuff to think about, guys. Talk to us, talk to your property manager about what makes sense. But the kitchen should look fresh. It should look nice. It should look like a place you want to prepare a meal for me or anybody else. It's probably the simplest thing you can do to refresh your listing, give it a nice clean feel, is paint. Paint's super important for a lot of reasons. We're going to be looking to get this thing painted here. It's kind of a darker beige-ish, not my personal favorite. We've got some blemishes here. Most everyone that buys a rental property that's not completely turnkey renovated, you will need to paint. The reason for that is you give it a nice fresh look. We generally suggest lighter colors, off-whites, very light beiges, lighter grays, open, airy, fresh feel. And also what that can do for you is in the event that you've had tenants or occupants, maybe they smoked in the house, maybe they had pets, odors reside on these walls. So by painting and locking those in, you're encapsulating those odors, giving your listing a little more of a fresh feel. And then to get a little more granular with some of the details here, you can see we've got a picture window here. It's absolutely beautiful if we got rid of this awning, which we will. But you can see we've got some paint splatters here. These are visual right when you walk into the home. This can be easily scraped, guys. Get a razor blade, take an hour, and we'll have this thing done. And it just gives the illusion that this is well taken care of. We spent some time to make sure we gave it a fresh, clean, good look. Paint, super important. We got Sherwin-Williams headquarters here that will get you set up with the best colors that match what you want to do. Sherwin-Williams hit me up for that endorsement deal. We'll get you squared away. Paint, super important, guys. Okay, next on the list, simple bathroom. Everybody's got to use it. Everybody wants to take a bath. You come in here to get clean, use the restroom. You want to make sure this thing is looking fresh. Very simple stuff, guys. Make sure your toilet's secured down. Make sure your tub is clean. We don't need marble and all this crazy stuff here to give a good, fresh, clean feel. So tighten up the fixtures. Make sure you're caulked and sealed. You want to avoid leaks. You don't want to be dealing with that as a landlord. So make sure that stuff is tight. And you can do some little things like add a nicer fixture up here, which we're going to do, and it'll just give you a nice, fresh feel. Tenants are going to love it. So a lot of you are going to be buying homes that have basements. The basements are great because it gives you flexibility with added space. And if you don't have a lot of square footage upstairs, maybe you have a Cape Cod that doesn't have a dining room, or you have one smaller living room, that's totally fine. This space can be used for a variety of functions, right? So this is a perfect example. We're in a basement now where we've got the cinder block that is painted, it's clean, it's white. We've got the bare slab here. Look, you could throw some carpet down here really cheap. You could put some area rugs down here. Basically, at minimum, what I would want to do is create a space that can be used for a certain level of recreation, whether it's like a kid's little play area, right? You send them down here, they're running their trucks into the walls, you're not going to be damaging stuff. You set a TV up here, they play a little flip cup or something, watch the Browns beat the Steelers. Just an added area to send some folks. Go get away. It's nice and cool down here too on a hot day. But also just a place that's clean and functional for storage as well. Storage super important. And you hear my smoke detector going off. Make sure we got those things, batteries ready to go so you can provide a safe environment for your tenants. So you can use this space so super cheap to give you an added bonus on your listing. Okay, everybody. Last but certainly not least, we are on the outside. One of the most important things you can do that I think is arguably the most neglected when it comes to estimating things to get your investment property rent ready is curb appeal, the exterior of the home. And this is super important, guys, for a variety of reasons. We're going to go through those today, but I want to show you some very specific examples of some things that we're going to recommend this owner do to up that curb appeal, give it a better experience for prospective tenants, and get this thing ready to go. So as you can see, we're walking up to the front of the home here. The first thing I notice is we've got overgrown brush, trees, bushes. These things at the very least need to be trimmed back. As you can see, I got a sidewalk here. I can't even walk down the sidewalk because these things are overgrown. It's nothing to get these things ripped out. Guys, we have people that can do that. Very simple. We get rid of some of these weeds, right? You're going to have family over. They're going to have all sorts of things going on in the house. Walking up to the front of the home, if we had some mulch here and it just wasn't so overgrown, it would be a huge, huge thing for the listing. Kind of gives a sense of pride, right? We got a broken light here. This is a security thing. We fix this. These things are like 60 bucks. You can get a solar one, no problems. So making sure the yard is well kept. Just the front of the house has a good, clean feel to it. Obviously, we want to make sure our sidewalks are well taken care of. So the mailman, he just went by. He can safely walk here without tripping. Now, many of you know Cleveland, we love our side doors. Many people are going to use the side door to come inside of your house. So we want to make sure that that entry point is clean and clear of debris as well. Obviously, we got a lot to do here, right? We've got brush. This can be easily cleaned up with a little paint, stain. We want to make sure these steps are functional and safe. We want to make sure that the door opens and closes and we have everything secure. This, guys, is so important. And curb appeal gets neglected, and it's sad because this can help you in many facets. And let me go through those real quick. Number one, with prospective tenants, when they pull up to the property, they're going to want to feel a sense of pride. This is the place I'm going to be living. And when they pull up and they see things have been neglected, I think that transfers inside, and they're automatically going to look at what else was neglected in the home. If they come out here and it's clean, meticulous, they're going to get a good feel going inside. But it's also going to set a precedent for what this house should look like whenever the landlord drives by, right? You're setting the bar high, and good tenants, and I know you guys want good tenants, are going to see the value in that. They're going to want to keep that that pride of the aesthetic of the exterior. Number two, if you go to sell the house, obviously buyers are going to come and check this out. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, you know, neglect, what's neglected inside. Super important. One that isn't talked about a lot, and we've done a couple of videos on this, is Cleveland has a lot of new initiatives. We've got lead safe, we've got local agent in charge, and rental registration requirements now. Guys, if you own investment properties here, fine chance you're going to have inspectors coming to this place on a rather continual basis. If I'm an inspector and I pull up to a house and I see the yard's well kept and everything is safe and painted and there's not a lot of hazards, it doesn't look neglected, guys, that's going to create a very positive experience for that inspector when they go inside the home. And I think that creates this illusion that, oh, this is well kept. Maybe I don't have to be so nitpicky. I'm going to go inside this thing. I bet you it looks just as good on the inside. Guys, that can save you a lot of headache as well. If they come out and they see it's in disrepair, they're going to assume it's going on in there. And I tell you what, they're going to get you. So super, super important. A lot of this stuff can be done very cheap. So highly recommend you think about curb appeal when you go to get your house rent ready. So there you have it. Our top reasons to get your home rent ready, top things you can do to get the top dollar and make sure you're getting the best tenants possible for your home. Thanks for checking us out today. As always, we're going to have our contact information down below. Please subscribe to the channel. We thank you guys so much for the support. We love all the calls and questions we're getting. And as always, please reach out to us when you're ready to buy, sell, or rent your great house.